the hardest part of changing isn't your habits, but more so the people around you. And I found this to be very strong when I was looking to get into entrepreneurship. I was looking to go my own way and go a more unfamiliar route. And I told my parents this openly, right? I told my parents, when I actually wanted to quit university and pursue copywriting and do this whole online stuff, it felt a bit alien to them and obviously a bit to me as well. And there was always the worry of, well, maybe I shouldn't do this, right? Right. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe it's not the safest thing to do. Maybe other people might think of me in a different way. And those thoughts definitely popped up. But I think as a guy, it's like what I notice is like if I'm always living to other people's expectations, always living to the expectations of the life that other people believe I should or could have, then I'm never going to truly be satisfied. And I mean, I speak about this a lot, but, I spent the last 2.5 years building a business, which I came to hate. And I feel like part of it, like I actually got into that because of what other people told me that I should do, or that I could do with it. But now I realize is that, the route that I was going there just didn't align with me. And now even the route I'm going now is even more unpredictable, right? I mean, my plans with this is that I create YouTube content and, I'm able to keep talking about these things and such, but then also to develop video games with AI. And it's like I'm doing those two separate things. And at the moment, I intend for those things to eventually, for that to be my lifestyle, for me to do that, effectively most days. But on the outside, I mean, that's, pretty risky, right? Like it's not the typical combo or even thing that most people do. But what I've noticed is that it's just having confidence in myself that I can make it work. And whatever opinions that other people have, whether it be friends or family, to listen to it, but to understand that we're not on the same path. And that's no disrespect to the people that I love. But people are going to have different opinions and views on things, and that's okay. But what I needed to notice, and what you should notice as well, is whatever it is that you want to work towards, whatever interest you have, whatever project you want to work on, understand that it's going to be very difficult convincing someone or getting someone to agree with you on perhaps the choices that you are making or that you want to make if they just simply don't want to do that thing. And I think it can feel quite maybe isolating sometimes, where, I mean, for me, right, obviously I've got no one in my family or really that I sort of know quite closely that is doing the sort of stuff that I'm doing, that's going and doing entrepreneurship and so on and so forth. And so that can also feel a bit isolating, but at the end of the day, it's just focusing on things that I want to do and having the full confidence in myself that I can go away and I can do that. So what I want you to just ask yourself for this video is just ask yourself if what you're doing at the moment is actually for yourself or if it's for the expectation of other people. Because it's only recently where I've been able to really actually have the courage to say, no, I'm going to go my own way and I'm going to go and do what I want to do. Right. And that's obviously quitting my business that I spent 2.5 years on to now work on this stuff. Right. And to build this stuff. And some people could look at it as if I'm starting from scratch and that the 2.5 years were completely wasted. I don't see it that way. I just see it as an experience which I'm building on. But now I feel like I'm in a position where I I know I can trust myself. I know that I can make this work. It's just a matter of doing it and not getting, all caught up in other people's opinions on, my situation and where I'm at. And I think that should be a really important message for you as well. Because if you're a guy who just doesn't really know what you want to do, but you want to do something, perhaps you've got an interest of sort, just try and start building something, right? It doesn't have to be the center of your life, right? But try building a creative project, right? Like for example, it's like for me, it's like I was interested in playing video games, so I decided to try and develop them with AI. I've been doing that for the last few months. It's been great. I already like creating content, but I like speaking about these sort of topics with my mates. So I decided I might as well record content of me speaking it. And it's like, it's stuff like that where it's like building on creative projects and having something to show for it, having something to work towards. It's like you never know what can happen in the future, but just using the time now to work on things that are meaningful to you and not necessarily having to fall to other people's expectations and thoughts is very freeing. So hopefully you found this video useful. If you have, let me know and I'll chat soon.